So before every episode, I check, or well, after I record each episode, I check my videos folder to see the length of a video I've just recorded, which is when I realized that I had recorded a 20-second video because I got a phone call right as I loaded in the beginning, the first world of season 3. And as I loaded it in, I got a phone call, so I went to pause, and I must have pushed my end recording button. So, as I leave, I come back, and then I just press the resume button. And the resume button doesn't do anything because I already ended the recording. I pause it, I ended it. And so then I'll tell you what happened. I loaded into the world, village directly right there, and there's a ruined portal in the floor, so there's a gold block at the surface level. And I'm looking around, and there's no iron, no blacksmith, but there's an iron golem. So I get myself some stone tools, kill a few chickens, talk about how I plan on using a bow, and then I get into a house and I start beating up the iron golem outside. And the villager is in this house, and I don't want to hit him, so he starts shoving me towards the door, and I didn't want to get closer to the door because that's where the iron golem was. So I start trying to shove him back. The iron golem hits me. I had no armor. He did 10 hearts of damage in a single hit, and I died. I immediately ran it back. I spawned in a plains biome, killed some chickens, chopped some trees, got some apples, found a village. The village, that's this world. Village had a brewing stand, some emeralds, no iron though. Then I found this little cave right here, and there's a lava pool up atop. So I plan on going to the Nether, and I was like, I need gold, and this was right here. And I decided to end the video here. There's also a mob spawner within pretty obvious sight. Now, I know blocks are like waterlogged, but can I still do this? Alright, that strategy still works for gaining air. So I'm not going to restart entirely because I don't see a reason to. Wow, we're going to start off with so much gold, and I'm going to use half of it on armor. Because theoretically there shouldn't be any water here. There we go. Eight gold, enough for a golden apple. And I'm going to spend some of it on gold armor because I don't have any of that, and I want to go to the Nether pretty quick. There's a pretty good lava pool right up top. And I mean, I'll be able to show you that. I mean, that's not really that big a deal. That one's right there. We're going to see it. Grab some more coal. Just a touch. The mob spawner is in the deep blackstone area. Just to show where it is, it's literally like right down there. You can see it. Showing it right there. Hello. I built a shield, killed the skeleton. It dropped nothing. I think actually quite literally nothing. Because I have 48 arrows, which is how many I crafted. And yeah, I don't have any bones. I don't have a bow, so it must have literally dropped nothing. And the plan is simple. I'm going to head off to the Nether pretty early. I'm going to check that mob spawner, assuming I can do so without harm to myself. Been picking up all this easy to get iron. Quick little bout of caving. Most mining I've done this in any of the seasons. So season 3 did have a funny start, which I guess the joke is just accentuated because of what happened. I made the joke that there is no first world of season 3 because, well, the first world I died, so I just had to make a new world, which technically would have been season 4. But now it's even funnier because now there's also no recorded proof of that. It's literally just anecdotal. So now the joke really is there is no season. Listen, there is no season. This is season 3. Rumor says that there is no season 3. This is season 4. They're wrong. This is season 3. There's no proof to the contrary. Then we'll just get this going. Make ourselves some golden boots. Told the golden boot story before. Had enough for a golden apple. We made golden boots. We'll make pants, and then, you know, no, we're not even gonna make pants. This will smelt. We're gonna go down and explore that that spawner down there. I can't see what type it is. A spider spawner would be ideal because spiders have a funny shape to them, and that would allow us to abuse its shape. And we want to abuse the shape of mobs. Least ideal would be a skeleton spawner because that would be able to fire us. Looks like it is. There's some gold next to it. That looks like a skeleton to me. Little, like, you can tell because there's that little gray bar in there. If it's a skeleton, it'll just be an open straight shot. Oh, an enchanted bow, you son of a bitch. Unless you want to drop it, which would be cool. Another enchanted bow, you son of a bitch. Oh, and then more are going to spawn because I'm taking so long to kill this guy. He dropped a bow. This is how all the UHC players farmed their skeleton spawners, right? Well, we now have a bow and arrow and some arrows. Just as God intended it. So, that was cleanly done. But I mean, hey, you know, I now have a bow and 53 arrows. That will enable me to kill a lot of mobs. We have enough iron to get fully suited up with another sword, another pickaxe. Almost enough gold for a golden apple, but we'll be in the nether, so we'll be able to get more gold. So, not too concerned about all of that. I mean, we took a shot from an enchanted bow. That hurt. But hey, we now have a bow with a pretty good amount of durability. 219 durability. Pretty good. Certainly not worth complaining about. We've got some gold. Not an infinite amount of gold, but with 9 apples and going to the nether, we should be able to make some apples. We do have to worry about hoglins still, because they'll still be angry at us when we mine their gold, but you know. Simple trivialities. We have a bow and a lot of arrows, which should protect us. I'm going to want to get rid of those, which the order I just got correct, by the way, for anybody thinking first you should make your weapons before you throw out your old ones. No, that's for chumps. We have a bow. We don't need to go fight that spider. 7 gold now. Almost enough for something. If only I had a little bit more. But now we're going to go back up to the surface. We're going to go to that pool of lava. Do this bed. And, I mean, I'm just going to go for it. We're going to delve into the nether. We're not going to be stingy with our range. I mean, we're going to be reasonably stingy with our range. Things like blazes are just going to get shot down. Ghasts, obviously, we never really kept those guys alive to begin with. Anyways, in terms of building a frame, what if I just build it underwater? That seems like a terrible idea. And being foolish at the moment. There. That's the base. This is a good way to ruin an entire pool of lava. Or to get myself burned. But you know, it's a risk I'm willing to take. So if I dig right here, actually, water shouldn't expand because it just wants to flow straight down. But for some reason that wasn't flowing anywhere. For some reason that works, so I'm just going to accept that it worked. Won't be able to make a hole right there. But if I do something like that, you know, because then the water shouldn't flow that way. I should be able to do like that, and like that, and like that. I can put this right here and just grab, doesn't matter, boom. I mean, like, masterfully made. I'm pretty sure, like, speedrunners are still trying to get that tech down. That speed is actually very impressive. For those of you who don't watch speedruns, for those of you who do watch speedruns, you know the truth, which is that was amazing. Any faster, and I would have been actually accused of cheating because you physically can't move faster than that. In fact, people will probably accuse me of cheating for the speed that I had there. We don't need a water bucket. We'll be traveling to the nether, so we'll carry a lava bucket. I'm sure the logic there isn't flawed. We're only smelting up this iron. I don't have something to craft with it at the moment, but it is being smelted, so it takes up less inventory space. Flint and steel, I'm going to use it for that. I'm going to keep it in case I need to relight my portal for any reason. This is the village I was talking about, because you actually haven't seen it. I took the brewing stand from there. Nothing really fancy going on here. Yeah, I mean, the seed hasn't been that fancy yet. I spawned somewhere over that away. And then I should grab some more stone. Just to be prepared. You're a zombie through the wall. Somewhere in that direction to my right, though. So it's nothing to worry about. Have a stack of cobble ought to do me well enough. It's high noon. I'm doing that. I know my respawn point doesn't actually matter. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to keep my bed on me. And if I die, I'll be set to spectator mode. At least I'll be like right there. Ah, the Enderman Forest. I've discussed in the past that this isn't the most dangerous biome. In fact, it's pretty tame, all things considered. Keep your eyes on the floor, and don't piss off the locals. So I've seen like a technique where you like place a boat and then you shove it into an Enderman and then you can just beat the shit out of him for free. That might be worth doing. There is gold. If possible. Before I go too far, because I suspect I will need them. The coordinates of that portal, which I've already lost. It's been 5 seconds. There we are. Man, that's tucked in there. We should do a cursory glance around. I don't want to look up, but we should do her due diligence and give a quick cursory glance around. There's an Enderman. Sorry, a quick pause just happened. Don't want to look that guy in the eyes. You know, let's test this boat strategy out. We're early into the run. We can test. Oh, and there's the gleaming purple eyes of the next guy. Also, I saw what I think was a piglin, which means that there's... Can I not place? Oh, I can. Oh, you don't want in? It's a nice looking vehicle. It just worked. Endermen also aren't group territorial. You can kill individuals without aggroing the group. That just works. Alright, I mean... An ender pearl in case we fall into lava or something. Nice little addition to the hotbar. Yeah, I mean, that's like the speedrunner strat, right? So, look at my skills in action. Look at my skills in action. I believe that is what is known in the industry as comedic timing. Well, mine up some gold, make another gold ingot, make a golden apple, and we put the boat next to that because it's less likely to be used. And I should just eat the apple. Pull an Eve and just eat the apple. Yeah. Before I make a mistake that costs me my life. I have golden boots on, so I'm not gonna aggro these goons. We don't have the luck that is the easiest fortress of all time, which is unfortunate, but we squandered that. We don't get it again. We squandered that opportunity. Glowstone is spawning in like the ceilings, which I'm trying to find just an easy low-hanging one. Because if a gas spawns, I mean, we'll try to shoot it, but if it shoots a fireball before we notice it, it could blast whatever we're standing on, sending us to the floor quickly and violently. I don't know what the aggro radius on those goons are. But I should definitely mine gold whenever there are no goons about. Because it's a very valuable resource to me. I mean, it's also a valuable resource to them. They'll trade everything. It's kind of funny, though. They have an abundance of gold, and they're willing to trade gold for things. Normally, something is increased in value when it is rare, but here it's common, and it's what they want. It's very deviant from the usual norms of economics, supply and demand. Alright, we'll make another golden apple. Advantage of having many apples. We can just keep making golden apples while we're here. I don't need to keep myself topped off. Any guys up here who are going to jump down on me? No? Alright. You insist. Sorry the commentary is not as good. I'm just sort of gathering my thoughts. Though I imagine we don't need to keep this episode going for too much longer. I don't know how long it's been going. I almost looked at you in the eyes, pal. In fact, I think I did. You're just being very generous. 47 is probably enough for another apple. There we go. 2 apples. So we're looking pretty alright overall. You know, looking golden, perhaps? Well, no, we're not looking that good. That glowstone looks like it's low-hanging enough. I'll just pick up that stuff. Because we need all the same resources that we had before. Those are Andrew's essentials for Derushender's essentials for living. Long, healthy, happy life. It's gold and watermelon. You know, I think that standard could be extended to the real world. If I had infinite gold and infinite watermelon, I'd have a pretty good time. But there's some other things in there. I also need... Apples aren't an essential, but they're good until I can get to healing potions en masse. But for healing potions, we're going to need blaze rods, we're going to need netherwort, and we're going to need glowstone. So, for our potions, we are one step closer. Grab plenty of glowstone, though it is the easiest of the resources to get. Netherwort can be farmed. And blaze rods are probably the most valuable piece of it. We don't need more than a stack. A stack is worth a lot. We do use it on every type of potion that we want to tier 2, which is going to be most of them. Well, not true. Fire resistance will want redstone to make extended duration. But that's a later problem. And now we just mindlessly walk across perilous cliffs in hell, looking for a fortress. Though I'm not getting so lucky. Nether is dangerous to explore. Lots of sudden changes in elevation, lava. The mobs can be very dangerous depending on which biome you're in. Thankfully, I've been blessed with the easier biomes. Though we can already see how precarious the ground can be. Dig our way over here. Out of this section. Try to... The trick is to see as many blocks while putting yourself in as little danger. Not amazing at that trick yet. I'm still working on mastering that. A fun thing to note actually about the nether is you can survive solely in the nether, assuming you brought in wood. I don't think you can get wood from anywhere, but you can end up with... If you bring in wood... Well, I'm a fool. You can get wood in the nether now. I don't think you can get wood in the nether. God immediately reminding me of trees. But yeah, no, you can get wood in the nether. There's mushrooms, so you can make mushroom stews for food. with the gold, you can actually trade piglin bartering. In fortresses and bastions, there are chests. Now, to survive would be a, a feat of its own. It's not going to be easy, but it's doable. I'm used to the older Nether where you couldn't get wood, but you could still pretty much survive because there were mushrooms. The mushrooms sort of just exist as a general, yeah, no, if you bring in just, some, whatever I was trying to say, just some wood, you can survive here quite nicely. Truth be told, you still can survive pretty easily in the Nether. In fact, it's a boon to us in our ultra hardcore survival. I sounded angry about something. You know what? I have a trade deal for you. I give you this gold ingot, you give me a loot box. I'll let you open it. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Look at this shit. I lied. I will make our way back to the portal because traversing in the Nether is dangerous and can be unfun because you can spend a long time just digging through walls or building very long bridges that lead to nothing over massive lava lakes, and one wrong button push is your death. And while that might be fun for some people, I preferred to die because my stupidity had me fighting an iron golem with a stone axe while thinking a house would be enough to protect me. But I'm just going to call this episode here, and we'll do more in the next one.